Hey, beautiful people. I'm Milah.
Hey y'all, I'm Monika.
And thanks for joining us.
Well, it has been long enough, even 2 weeks seems like it's been too long. How are you doing,
It's
my
been
friend?
too long since you've been gone. Feels good when I'm with you. I miss you. Come back home. Okay, we spinning the block. We back.
I love it. So, how are you doing this week, Monika?
I'm well. I am well. I am well. All is well.
Oh, I like that. I mean, that's been better than what you've been giving us the past couple of weeks. You're like, all is well, it is well. You still getting those eclipse vibes?
The few days before the eclipse hit, I was on an emotional roller coaster.
No, that's what made me think. But I said we don't own the licensing to all these songs,
but,
so yes.
Yes, it hit me like what's the other song? Never mind, I'm not.
Girl, no, please.
Okay, but yeah, no. And just January, February, shoot, the entire winter up in the Pacific Northwest is not for the weak, okay? Because my mental health was on some skits, okay? The sun is out. I mean, it ain't warm, but people act like it's warm.
Girl, I mean, only in Seattle, when it's 55 degrees, do people come out with their Daisy Dukes and flip-flops.
Shorts and sleeveless shirts and... Child, I mean, you might be hot blooded, but it ain't that hot.
Girl, I was with Uncle Booski and he had the nerve to have on shorts. I said, "Wait, what?"
You know what I'm saying? It has to get to a good 75 for me to put on like a summer dress.
Girl, amen.
Thank you. Tank top might hit the 70s, and it ain't really hot to me until it gets to the 80s. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Well, you like that southern heat with a little bit of humidity makes it sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so any takeaways for the last 2 weeks?
It's been a lot of takeaways, but how you feeling?
Oh, I like the way you just deflected. Ooh.
That's how I asked some of my friends.
Oh, that's smooth. You've learned a new skill since we last got together.
Oh, no, I've been asking people.
Okay, like that.
Certain ones. Not everyone gets that.
Oh, I appreciate it. You know what? I am still out here figuring it out. So, I mean, that is a blessing. I definitely, like you said, before the eclipse, girl, emotions, feelings, and it wasn't just the normal like grief stuff. It was just, I think you kind of expressed it great earlier, where you said it's a little bit of...
It's everything and nothing at the same damn time.
Yeah, okay, see, I like the way you summarize that. So that's what was going on for me. Lots of good things as well as opportunities. So, I'm definitely excited about the spring. The sun is great motivation. And me, I personally chase the sun. So wherever there is sunshine, that is where I will be. Yeah, I can't. Nah. I said, I don't know how people grieve in darkness and cold, and it when your mood and your spirit match the weather, that's too much. I need something to be bright, even though when you're in a sunny place, life is still happening. It's just in the sunshine. But I'm gonna tell you, grief feels different when there's warmth and sunshine on you.
Like they say, would they say you'd rather cry in would you rather cry in a Nissan or Mercedes? I'd rather cry in a Mercedes.
Okay. Well, that is definitely...
At least those seats will massage you.
Massage them tears.
Right.
You said, this seat is so warm. This massage is so good. Do I really have any cares? Yeah, that's definitely a feeling. Well, one good thing that I was really excited about that happened over the time that we were off, and it kind of has to do with April, was that April is... National Donate for Life Month. And I was really excited to get an opportunity to go out to Olympia with, on behalf of my own family, because everyone knows last year we took some losses and our loved ones donated parts. And I know that donation might not be for everyone, but it is a conversation that is worth having. Whether your loved one is like, no, I want to be buried or cremated with all my parts, or whether someone says no, but maybe just my eyes, just my corneas, because that can help someone see.
Right.
Or, maybe just my skin or a little bit of my tissue, whatever it is, find out so that you can respect and honor your loved ones. If you are serious about organ donation, please put it on your ID. And I know you're giving me that look, Monika, but I feel you. Now, a lot of people I know, just full, transparency. That's what we like here on Auntie Season. We always gonna give you the real, not the fake. A lot of people I know are not down with organ donation.
I feel like they feel like you got it on your license, but I feel like they got a separate list somewhere else. What's the term I want to use? I don't know, when it's underground. I feel like
black market or something.
Yes.
Well, they want them black market organs because they're delightful.
Yeah, because once you're on that list, and then unfortunately, if something were to happen and you are in the hospital where it's your time to go, they trying to rush you. They are not accommodating you to extend your life. They are trying to get them parts.
And you know what? I understand that because there are definitely people who feel that way. I mean, like I said, there are family members that definitely feel that way. I've heard that. I mean, even my own mother, rest in peace. When I was 16 and I got my driver's license and I came and I showed her and it had that red heart on it, she was like, what? She said, what are you doing? He said, they're going to let you go first to get your parts. I'm like, Mom, I don't know if that, you know what? And I just, over the years, I've just never taken it off.
Right.
But now I definitely have been thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I told you my plan. You got to tell someone your plan as well. And that was to forget these organs if they're trying to get me off too fast.
Right.
I said, give me a chance to let a miracle happen. Let Jesus do his job. Okay. Don't get me out of here too fast.
Isn't there something you can, tell them at the last minute? I know they got to get prepared for it, but the way, and I heard, don't quote me, but I think like melanin is like $400 per ounce or something like that. Yeah, I'm not, my driver's license don't have donor.
But hey, it's a time to be thinking about the conversation. Because like I said, the family members I know that had to make the decision to donate a lot of their loved ones' parts, they were going to honor the request of their loved one, but it was hard because at that moment, you want to know if they weren't a donor, would you be trying other things to keep them alive?
Exactly.
But just to be clear, because it does save lives, right?
Yeah.
And if it is the end for someone and they have an opportunity to save lives, then go for it. I'm just sad that, I think we talked about this on a previous show though, about like you can't give your organs to who you want to give them to. And the system is set up where it is not quite fair and they do need to do some more work in it. But I still think that if you want to donate, please donate. Someone's family and some person is waiting for those organs. Right. So anyway, that was my takeaway. I went to Olympia, heard the governor of Washington State, Jay Inslee, kind of speak on what organ donation meant to his family. And I was, like I said, it's not for everyone, but it at least started the conversone,
Well, it got you down in your political.
Yeah, girl, I forgot how much I like to run my mouth. Oh, my goodness.
What's that song the rapper said? He said she liked to talk, so
I don't, nope, I told you. I don't know about that rap music.
I paid for her law school.
Oh, well, I'm taking those donations. Let me manifest. You're the next level manifester here, Monika. So get on that. Okay. But, so anyway, that's that. So also April is just a pop-in month in general. Typically we would have done a recap, where we would have talked about the things that are happening this month.
Yeah. But life was life and so.
Yeah. And so
on a unscheduled hiatus.
Oh yeah, no shade on that. It was just we're back. But I was just saying, April isn't quite over yet, so I do want to shout out some things. We might have missed National Public Health Week, but we always like to talk about health around these parts.
Well, now that it's we having more dry days than rainy days. I need everyone to get out and walk at least 30 minutes.
You kind of get your mind right, get that fresh air.
Right.
Yeah, you definitely should.
Get your
Good.
blood flowing. I mean, you can at least do 30 minutes. Because I know people be on social media, my butt too, more than 30 minutes. So, yeah.
Ooh, I know. And now these phones be telling you've been online for 20 hours this week. Oh, 20 hours today. I'm like, what the, what?
Oh, I've been had that. It comes up and I have it set up where it'll shut off after a certain time. And then it'll ask you, do you want to go on for 15 minutes, an hour, or unlimited? And so I'll do it in 15-minute increments for some of the social media ones, and then I won't go on there anymore.
Well, that's good. I mean, at least you're trying to discipline yourself. The 6th through the 13th was National Robotics Week, but I'm most interested in the 7th through the 13th, which is National Library Week. Because you heard the same story, right? That, well, the Seattle libraries are acting like they're in peril. They may have to cut hours and funding. And I'm like, wait. Seattle collects so much money. We're just not pumping it into the streets, or we're not even keeping the libraries open now. Good golly. I know growing up, the library was a resource that I utilized.
Because, like you said, they're not allocating their resources correctly. Somebody's getting too much money somewhere.
Okay, girl, something shady popped up into my mind, but I'm going to let that go. I was thinking of when we had the chop czars and different things like that.
But going back to Robotics Week,
yes.
I don't know if they're counting AI in that, but just to, because California passed a law where they have to pay their fast food workers, $20 now, $20 wages. Mm-hmm. So, and a lot of, not the franchise one, but even the franchise ones, they're saying they can't afford all their workers. And so they are letting some of them go, and they're replacing them with AI. Mm-hmm. And they ain't got to pay for, once you pay for the AI robot, you ain't got to pay them an hourly wage.
I knew something was up at the grocery store. That's why I always say, unless I am super in a hurry, which I don't think I ever am if I'm at the grocery store.
Oh, that's why you did that one time. We went to the other... We went to... Mm-hmm.
Yeah, girl, please. That's why I said I am not self-checked. No, I'm not going to pay these overpriced grocery prices.
Oh, on top of that, you got to pay for your bag. I forgot.
Oh, girl.
We were at Trader Joe's. He was like, you want to buy a bag? And I was like... Shit, I'm not about to carry all this stuff out without a bag.
Well, I won't talk about how my bag was on the house.
Oh.
But it was paper.
I did get paper. I got charged.
Well, that's all right.
And I had less items than you. I should have went over there. And I even talked to him and made his day better.
Well, I guess my conversation was stronger in the grocery store. I guess I have the stronger grocery store combo. What can I say? The April 10th through the 15th is World Music Therapy Week. And I like that because I definitely think music can sometimes take you into a funk, but can also bring you out.
So you have to be aware what you're listening to, what words you're listening to. Like at night, I like to listen to the different frequencies.
Yes, we both do.
To put me to sleep, you know what I'm saying? But even jazz with no lyrics, instrumental jazz, like at night. But I mean, all genres of music have their, their place, but just be aware of what you're listening to, because certain records, album songs can put you in a mood, aka Lemonade,
girl. I knew. Wait, why is that the one we go to? I believe there was a spirit that wasn't healthy up in the room with some of that, but okay.
I mean, she was in yellow in that. I don't even want to bring that up on here, but that is a entity with the yellow.
Well, I was thinking happy and sunny, but she wasn't feeling happy or sunny.
No, that has to do with some.
Well, nope, I don't, entities. Girl. Jesus. So, April 21st through the 27th is National Volunteer Week, and I'm really here for that because Earth Day. Shout out to some of our listeners. I know you got some new listeners to shout out, but I do want to also shout out April 22nd is one of our favorite guests on the podcast, Cousin Malcolm, aka Earth Day. It's his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Malcolm!
Yes, and we have a listener as well, Nye Rose. She is a stylist in Seattle, and she has a birthday at the end of the month as well.
Happy birthday!
So it's April is a jam-packed month. Lots of Taurians. I got some cousins that are Taurians, and I got some May-Taurians. Ooh, the May-Taurians don't play.
Oh yes, and so like you said, we do have some listeners from around the world. So we're gonna shout out the new countries that we see on our platform now. Hey India, Italy, Ireland, and Austria, and the Philippines.
All right, I like all those places.
I mean,
yeah. Thank you. Hey, we love it. We are here for it, and we appreciate it.
Listeners from the motherland, though, but
you said more from the motherland. Yes. Okay, and then of course April is all about. Since you mentioned we have new listeners from the Philippines, it is Filipino Food Month.
Ooh, where's the lumpia?
Oh, that's what I'm talking. And supposedly I'm gonna get some lumpia, so I'm very pumped about that.
Make some non-pork lumpia for me?
I don't think his was pork. I think he did like chicken or something. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll tell you. You put in the order. Yes. The thing is, I'm so sad. This was a Seattle hotspot. Was Manila's Cafe. It was all over. It was in the International District. Then it was off Delridge. Then it was off California. Then it was in Georgetown. They had something called the Freddy's Special, which was their beef anyhow, salad, garlic rice with adobo gravy. I digress. But if you're from Seattle, if you're from the hood, you know about Manila's Cafe. So delicious. But anyway, it's also Counseling Awareness Month.
That is good.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on your, you have to make a choice. And I'm seeing it more like on Facebook feeds. I'm actually seeing more men go to counseling. And I actually see there's one particular acquaintance on Facebook. And he's putting his experiences on there. And for him to be from another culture too, where mental health is not talked about or expressed or encouraged is really good. And I know a lot of people follow him and a lot of people look up to him. So I appreciate him for putting that information. And then,
is he top secret if people follow him? Is it a name we can't say? Can you whisper it to me?
I'm not gonna, it's not top secret, but I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He's visible in the IT world.
Okay.
And then also, but I don't know if he wants me to put him out there.
Okay.
And then also, I had a girlfriend, and she's, getting married, and she had reached out and was asking people if they knew of any marriage counseling. And I was like, this is good. I'm glad people are getting their,
stuff together and taking it serious.
And I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and put, I know the information. I'm the resource girl.
Yes.
So I'll go ahead and slap them 2 links on there for her,
Yeah.
So.
Okay, well, that's what we like to hear. And yes, girl, you do know a thing or two about what's happening in these streets.
Yeah, and so
I know it's streets,
especially for women. You
right.
can go to Therapy for Black Girls, and they have a directory of different therapists or counselors in your area. You just put in your zip code or your city, and they'll bring up the closest ones available to you. Or also get referrals from people that you know. I mean, the first one that you select might not be the one you go to, but you've got to interview these people, physicians and therapists and people that are you're paying your good insurance for. Go ahead and interview them. If it's not a fit, you must have quit, but I'm going to leave that alone too.
Please.
R.I.P.
But it's also Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Damn. Okay.
That's
Yeah. I said so.
That's
yeah.
a segue.
Yeah. So it is Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
I'm not laughing about sexual.
No. Nothing funny about that. But it's also, like we said, stress awareness. It's Testicular Cancer Awareness Month.
Oh, well,
also, hand in hand, and it's something that I figured after Chadwick Boseman getting he had colon, but so earlier than people even get it checked, that they would get serious about it. So anyway, that is
PSA. Any type of twinges you have in your stomach, and I swear sometimes doctors be physicians. And I don't even know if they be doing it on purpose sometimes, but I feel like they just gaslight you. They'd be like, oh, that's just gas, or that's just bloating, or, get some, eat some more veggies and get some more fiber and drink some more water. And you're just like, something still ain't
Yeah,
right.
something's not. Well, you heard about the lady who was told that she had cancer. Went through the chemo. All this, never had cancer. When she went in, a new doctor looked over her thing and was like, "Who said you had cancer?"
And did you see her pictures from before and after?
And that what cause
her life was drained out of her.
Yeah, I thought that was really unfortunate. So
I need the attorney to go for at least minimum $5 million.
It's also Celebrate Diversity Month, so on that.
Well, I don't know. Y'all better get it together because a lot of these companies are getting rid of affirmative action and diversity, equity, and inclusion departments. I just feel like,
well,
yeah, we're gonna have to be a little bit more creative, or you really gonna have to, besides your main job or your 9 to 5 or whatever, you really gonna have to have a business. I'm not even gonna say a side hustle, a side business. Your main business.
You have to have a business, okay?
Because these people out here, they really not trying to.
Well, I'm laughing. Well, I'm not laughing, but I know what you're saying. Monika, don't even get her close to going down the rabbit hole, because Monika is like, she got an elevator taking you down this rabbit hole. But the 18th is National Exercise Day. I did want to shout that out. And this year on Earth Day, Passover begins as well. So shout out, because I know we were living in, people were celebrating Eid this week and all kinds of things, and there were celebrations, and so we love a good party. So
exercise day. Okay, so this is how you get some extra steps in. Don't park so close to the door at the grocery store or the mall. Take the stairs. Don't take the elevator.
I noted April 25th is also National Take Our Daughters and Sons. You just take our kids to work day. It's Parents Take Your Kids to Work Day. Did you ever go to work with your parent? I'm just curious.
I don't think they really celebrated that, but we sure did visit. No, I think I went to my dad's job before. I think I did. I mean, we used to visit my mom at her place of employment all the time.
I bet you did.
I see nothing wrong with that. That needs to. Yeah. That should be quarterly. Because these.
So they get an understanding of what you have to do to work hard for your money sometimes.
I read an article on MSN.com, and these employers are saying that these Gen Zers are lazy and entitled.
Oh, they are, but that's because their parents. I mean, you have to blame their parents. Right. I definitely went to. My mom had my whole class. We did a field trip at her job. Oh my goodness, we were maybe 2nd, 3rd grade, so we were young, but it was cool. I mean, it was what it was. I respected the hustle. I knew she worked hard for her money, so you better treat her right.
So that kind of goes back to the conversation we had off air earlier about. They don't have home ec anymore. Or
girl, for real.
I remember I took home ec. I was in summer school, not because I needed to brush up on any grades, but I was in summer school.
So you can do so. Yeah, I was gonna say, so you do something. Isn't that a shame?
Yeah.
When people say summer school in America, they think of it as a punishment. Like you're like, oh no, I wasn't there because I had to make up or repeat anything. No, it's because your education doesn't stop during the summer. Yeah. Usually, if you don't read or learn, you're regressing.
Right, and it was free, and my parents didn't have to pay extra for daycare.
So yes. So
I had home ec.
Yep.
And 2nd grade, I was 7, 8.
Okay.
And had our own cookbook. I learned how to. Well, my dad taught me how to make pancakes and scrambled eggs, but we was learning how to cook and use the oven and everything. So we were those kids during the summertime. We was at home. I mean, we might have had a babysitter here or there, but
you know how to.
We was at home using the skillet and making pancakes and scrambled eggs and washing dishes. My sister had the stool so she can reach the counter.
Hey, girl, that's what I'm talking. Well, hey, okay, we knew how to make meals at 12, okay, and clean up after ourselves. But you know what I will say?
People don't know how to cook, and that's a damn shame.
Yeah, I know. I guess if it doesn't come in a box already cut, pre-measured, But
some people don't even know how to do that. Don't even know how to read instructions. They don't know how to use measuring spoons.
Girl, look at me hard, because my mama was an older mom. So, I knew how to do that. Even if I didn't always love being in the kitchen, I was in the kitchen enough to pay attention to the right recipes. I got her mac and cheese recipe, so I got what I needed.
I'm like, if y'all can figure out how to do all this stuff on the computer, y'all can figure out how to cook. Like, it's not that hard.
It's not. It can be enjoying. It just depends on what kind of stress. I mean, you have to feed yourself.
You have to have patience, though, and people are in a rush.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you make. Sometimes the fun is making something quick that's delicious, right? That's the...
Right.
Or prepping, or how you do it. Like, they like to be organized. Some things you can prep. Like, sometimes you get your vegetables ready so you can make a salad at any time. If you prep your lettuce, you prep your cucumbers, you prep your tomatoes, or you prep your mushrooms. Yeah. Prep.
Set it up where you put it in the freezer.
Your nuts, your fruits. I mean, I tell you, So my cousin, who's a chef, made a salad that was so good with her little champagne vinaigrette. And I was like, man.
Vinaigrette?
Yeah.
Is that cousin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
She's in a better space. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, can I get some of that champagne vinaigrette?
Well, no, this wasn't her tea, because she does make teas and different things like that. No, this wasn't that.
No, I know.
But
want to try that champagne
yeah.
vinaigrette.
Oh yeah, girl, it was popping. I was like, go on, Chefy. I mean, you know what? Because I know that she went to school. I watched her when she was, I know what her specialty she decided. I loved her making savory things. She likes to bake, and so that is her particular pastry chef is her specialty. But anyway, yeah, girl. Yeah, they definitely need to bring back home ec. I'm for it. I think it's a good idea. It's a good look. Everyone should be comfortable. You should know how to say, if the apocalypse happened now, and about 10, 15 years ago, I was really into the zombie apocalypse. We're not going there right now on this, for this episode. But I felt like everybody on my team needed to have a skill, And one of those is being able to cook or forge or make it come out all right.
Make a fire. I mean, you better have some matches. I know how to how to boil water if you ain't got a stove. You take them tea candle lights and put them in the muffin tray and light them up, and then put the pot over on top of that and boil some water.
Oh, you know what? You're almost ready to make my team, but I have to admit, my team is strong. I was like, I started finding out people's real skills. There's some people who I know that if the zombie apocalypse happened right now, they know how to get busy, okay?
I know some people too, girl.
Oh, girl, I said they won't take that head off, but the group get too big, people be trying to kill each other,
Well, I know how to fish too now.
I know you. Well, that's the important thing. Give a man a fish. I said I got a pilot on my team who likes to build things. Mm-hmm. Okay, like if this was a game of then you top that. Okay,
I got a builder on my team too.
I got a real builder. No,
I got
a real builder too. I know. I'm messing with you. I know your builder is on pocket. But anyway, yeah. Get the home ec back in the schools. So that just brings me back to some other things, because while we were away, we were still having our ear to the streets and hearing what the community was talking about. And there were some scandalous things that were popping up here and there. So one, I know you're giving me that look, but you...
The wedding thing? What are you about to go?
No, I'm about to go with the Dubai thing.
Oh, child.
I said it was kind of like a PSA, I thought, because I didn't know. The thing is, I hate that I was, that I don't naturally think of triflingness. Like, I'll still be kind of green, like, okay.
Yeah. A PSA, or, this is 18 and up, but yeah. You don't go to Dubai on dates.
Not first dates when you never met the person.
Right, no.
Because I guess Monika has sent me a story.
Well, it goes hand in hand with sexual...
awareness month. Yeah. Maybe that's why the person put it out this month as well.
Probably.
Right. Okay. So although they weren't that transparent, they were just saying, what was the purpose of them revealing the story, I wonder?
Because they said they wanted other people to know what was really going on.
Okay. So also stress week and maybe mental health awareness.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
She says she really doesn't... She don't even know how she wakes up. She has nightmares and her mental health is like trash at this time. So
trigger warning. So Monika sent.
I can't really go into the details because it's really, you know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
like a Patreon thing. Like, just if someone gives you $50,000
for a date with you to go shopping,
to put it in the bag, yeah, no, they're expecting something in return, and it's just not them.
Yeah.
And when you get into delving into other countries and other cultures, the people over there, men and women, treat you differently.
Well, I don't want to say the country was Dubai. I'm sorry, because I don't remember that, if that was accurate from, no, so allegedly. Oh.
It was.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this alleged person was on social media discussing her blind date because she kept saying that her friend, and I do want to be clear, that ain't a friend, okay? A friend doesn't.
No, that's an affiliate.
Girl, that's a handler,
right?
And that's a handler, as our other girlfriend said.
She probably got a referral for
because
getting you over there.
Yeah, because remember we had that other story, and one of our girlfriends was like, someone tried her, and she was like, if you do not get away from me, right, I have my own money. She said she got out of there. She got on the first thing smoking. Out of that, she was in the United States, though. She didn't let them trick her out of the country, though.
Because this is worse than 50 Grades of Shade.
50, yeah.
50 Shades of
It got you discombobulated because it was crazy.
Yes.
Okay, well, I have to give the people some background. Monika is trying not to, but what happened is, a young woman posted that she got solicited by a supposed friend to go on a date with a billionaire or a very rich man who said, just for your time, because you're a beautiful woman, you're flying halfway across the world, we'll give you $50,000, before you even arrive. So, we're serious. And then, of course, you can shop and, we'll go out that evening. But unfortunately for her handler friend disappears.
Right. If a date picks you up at 10 at night,
that's too late.
I mean, that's
my date. My date needs to be in progress and about to end, or like
that's already indication that it's some. I don't want to even,
well, she said that. Fish. Yeah, she said in that particular situation that the person already had a wife and a mistress, so she was going to be treated worse than the wife or the mistress. She was treated disposable. She was treated
like. Yes, disposable. Like,
yeah,
they're not gonna treat you with sweetness. They already have like you said, they already have a wife, a girlfriend, and a mistress.
Okay.
So whatever they're gonna do with you is stuff that what is the thing I want to say?
Well, I'm going to say that the level of debauchery it was horrific.
Right.
And it was all kind of things. Bestiality, orgies.
Yes.
It was too much.
Yeah.
She said fecal, what they call wet play or whatever, all that. She said by the time, 10 to 15 men got on her. Plus then they put the animals on her.
Yeah.
She said she's not right in her head that no hole has been the same since.
Exactly.
And we're trying to talk about it very scientifically so that it's not too provocative.
Right.
Sorry, we're not trying to trigger people who have been out there. We're just saying that this was interesting. And I guess I just figured, because I guess in the fairy tales, a man who can afford 50, sometimes... Pretty Woman. I get, girl, you said wake up, it's 2024, it ain't no Pretty Woman. It's just...
Not overseas.
So sometimes you think that these girls on Instagram are living the life, but if you see them in too many foreign countries, they're paying a price for it sometimes. Not all, but sometimes. And sometimes they need your prayer. It's like they're putting things out for you to admire and think they have a great life, but sometimes you might need to say a prayer. Because
I mean, how much money, what amount of money would you accept for a peace of mind?
Like, girl, for what happened to her? No, girl, there's not. No. Because that's what happened to her is what you have to survive.
Right.
Like, I don't think anyone intentionally says that I could be bought for a piece of amount of money that, because, maybe you can get over the men because there are people who live through war traumas and things like that.
But they had to live.
Yeah, they have to. But when you start adding animals and then all the other stuff, I was like, oh no, all right, I'm cool. And we know Washington has a very questionable reputation for bestiality. Like we just, I mean, in the mid 2000s, they finally got some laws on the books.
That's some other people.
Well, anyway, so moving right along though, so I think it's kind of interesting that we start off with the trigger warning, talking about women who are lower than a side piece.
Right.
And now we are talking about women who get married and are respectable. And so I have been waiting to ask you about this. So the question was posed to me, when do you tell, or if it's proper etiquette, that if someone asks you, so if I say, hey, Monika, you was just at my wedding, what did you think? Is it proper etiquette to tell the person the truth? And I'm going to explain more, but I'm going to start with the first question.
Why are they asking, how did you think my wedding was?
Because, people are like, oh, did you like it, girl? I thought it was beautiful. What did you think of my wedding?
Like the bride is asking you this?
Yeah.
Okay. Because if it was my wedding...
Right.
I'm not going to ask you what you think about my wedding.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
Like, it's my wedding, so, I mean...
Okay.
Why do you... See, this has to do with somebody's insecurities, and they want some type of validation or confirmation or something.
No,
I feel like they're looking for something. They're looking for an answer. They're looking for something. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I'm gonna
because it's my wedding, and I really don't give two hoots
what you think
about it, because it's my wedding. You know what I'm saying?
Well, all right. So now let me...
Because you already know I'm a big old Leo, so I'm going to do what I want to do.
Well, so I'm going to give you the complete wedding scenario now. Because you're about to get hot with your Leo self. Okay, so the wedding scenario is this. You're invited to a theme wedding. Everyone now wants a destination wedding.
I do want a destination wedding.
This one was
FYI.
This one was a barn house. So it was a barn theme.
I've seen those. Uh-huh.
So you had to drive to a working horse farm. And you have the wedding in a barn. It's not heated, or it's not, it's just like a real barn.
Oh, it's not like set up nicely like you see on the IG picture?
Girl, let me finish with the story. The parking area...
is
muddy and horse manure everywhere. I heard the pastor literally got out of his car, was like, this is holy. Oh, this is some shit. Okay. I was rolling when they told me about how the pastor showed up. The person said I had to leave early because I didn't want it to get dark, because I didn't want to step on anything. And we were a mile away from the actual barn. Wait. No, it gets better. So
there's no golf carts to take people from.
Oh, girl, you're playing, because everybody doesn't have Instagram budgets to be trying to play with Instagram themed type weddings. But anyway, no. So then the person,
she could have rented out a home.
No, girl, no. There's no running water. The toilet is an outhouse. I guess
no honey buckets?
It's an outhouse. There's one.
I know what an outhouse looks like. My grandma had one on her land.
Yes, and I guess they had a truck, an old vintage truck in front of where the place to wash your hands would be at, and they forgot to put out the Prerry or sanitizer. So at this wedding, which was it's barnyard. So I was thinking, well, you would at least do maybe barbecue then, right? If it's barnyard, or you would do maybe some
corn on the cob.
Some grill type food. They had lasagna, and then a pasta, and then a salad, maybe some rolls.
That sounds like a dinner, a food after you have service at
a church function,
at a
or a wake.
After,
memorial.
A certain not a memorial, a certain denomination of a church. But anyways, go ahead.
Girl, and then this is the icing on the cake. Why I thought if the person asked me, because you and I together, we side note, we're gonna tell our story, because we did go to a fun urban wedding back when we were in our 20s, and it was fun. But anyway, in this particular case, 100 guests approximately were there. 37
Got sick.
got food poisoning. Got food poisoning for this classy event. So when the person asked me what I thought about their wedding, I would want to tell them, like, you know what? Beautiful idea. Bless your heart. Very unfortunate.
But your execution was
trash. Very unfortunate that 37 people got sick that weekend.
Okay, so what did it say on the invitation? Because, I like to research and Google. Because I would have been...
They had the name of the farm, and it was up in... Arlington.
I would have went to the website. Well, we already know Arlington is country.
Yeah.
I would have went to the website and been looking.
They said they were so close to the mount or whatever it was that you didn't want to be with. That's why they said they had to leave before it got dark, because they didn't want to step in the horse manure that was everywhere, and they didn't want to get lost, and there was no lights.
They should have told people on the invitation to bring their rain boots.
Yeah, that would have been respectful.
Or cowboy boots.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
If they ask me, how close are you with this person?
The person that attended the wedding was they would be considered an acquaintance. They weren't super close with the person, but I mean, okay, wait, this is the killer. So they told me that they had a dessert station. They said it was two things plus some macarons. I heard that it was like Oreo cookies.
See, and fingers.
Girl, that person said they had to stop a kid whose nose was running and was coughing and touched the cookie and put it back. And they said, "Oh no, you need to take that cookie." And they said the person's mama, hold on. They said the little kid's mama was like, "Don't be talking to my son that way." And the person said, "Well, since you're not doing it, someone has to stop him from getting everyone sick." So later on in the evening, I guess as the Millers or Rainier beers were flowing, the person said, "You know what? You were right." But by then my source was over it. They were out of this wedding. They were like, "All right, bye."
How old was this?
They were there for about 4 hours.
No, how old? That's long. And how old was this couple that got married?
They were in their 30s, late 20s to early 30 range.
So they old enough to have some type of common sense.
I heard that it was people also that looked like us that were also sometime around. It was an interracial marriage, but that there was some people from the straight community there.
Did they have a wedding?
The hood community. That's what I mean.
Did they have a wedding planner?
I heard that the budget went for the tables and the location, but I said the guy didn't try to even secure that the people. So I guess there was one bathroom that had water, but it was inside the house. And once the wedding started, they said they closed off the house. So you really did have to use that outhouse. And it was recycled water. So that was what the thing was about the outside.
So the people who own this farm, that was their house, and they shut it down. They was like, you ain't coming up in here.
No. You use the barn, you use the outhouse, and you use the recycle. So the person who was telling me the story said it was recycled, like a festival. That's what they said. They said it was it was like the festival sinks. I said, the festival sinks? They said, yeah, you go to Coachella or Burning Man or yeah, they're I said festival. They said, yeah, where it's recycled water. So basically you're using, I said, that is too much nastiness. I mean, if you don't know you're not going to have running, the least you could do is have Purell, hand wipes. I want antibacterial wipes at every table.
Okay, so if they ask me and they're an associate or acquaintance, not really my friend, and they asked me and I had attended and experienced this wedding, somebody has to let them know. I try to, package it up in a nice, so it'd be delivered to them in a, what's the word I want to say? In a direct but comforting way, but honestly, and I'm just gonna put out that shit is uncalled for. You got people dressing up, and the parking is dirt and manure. Why the hell are these people not? I swear, people. I don't understand.
That's why I said sometimes you can get too carried away with it being your wedding and not really think,
there's really
is this going to be fun for people too?
But where are your friends at? Where are your elders at? Like, if you don't even have a wedding planner, like, where is the person with common sense at?
People can't take constructive criticism and feedback right now. You can't tell anyone, maybe you should reread this paper and make it better, without people falling apart in their feelings.
Because you had older people coming out there. They can't walk in that. There were some mothers
of the bride and groom there.
And you had to walk a mile, and you're not offering no type of carriage or go-kart or golf cart or a bike. You could have had some little kids.
Yeah, no.
Child, you know what?
Yeah.
If they bold enough to ask me how I thought about their wedding, I'm going to have to tell them.
See, thank you. That's my whole point. See, my friend was going to try to talk me down from. They were like, "I know you never tell a bride." I said, "No, this is a unique situation."
If she's asking, she already knows.
So I was like, "Girl, you done killed 37 people. Because what if it was an elderly or a kid? That they take food poisoning harder than anyone else."
She might be scared that somebody might sue her. Technically, they could.
This wedding from hell.
If there's ever food poisoning, it gets reported to the state.
37 people.
It gets reported to the county and the state.
Yeah, 37 people.
Because somebody's going to get in trouble.
And they said they don't know if it was her leaving the salad dressing out too long or them not being able to wash their hands.
There literally was shit on the ground and people were walking and that stuff is on the bottom
of
their feet. People do touch their shoes and then there's no water, no Perel.
Nope. I heard the outhouse was humming. They said it was terrible. So anyway, okay. So I guess we can finally be in agreement because our little urban wedding that we went to was fun though. Because they had like pictures of the bride and groom on the table. They had Kavasi. Well, no, they had Hennessy on the tables.
You know what? I'm like, hold on.
They had Kool-Aid. They had a Kool-Aid fountain.
The barn situation. If she really wanted to, she could have brought the barn to the community hall.
Girl, you better say. So I would have rented some bales of hay.
Yeah, if they were creative, if they had somebody. I mean, that's what Pinterest is for, girl.
Girl, some wooden tables. I'll put some picnic tables in there. Then we can make it look country, but we don't have to go that authentic. Yeah, no, because that doesn't make me think of romance or nothing. Because I don't like the smell of manure. I'm very sensitive to scent from all my years in the industry that I was in. So like the smell of I can't do it.
My dad used to go down to this older guy back in the day that was down the street and get them. Just when we first moved into the other house, the new house. And the backyard was just, it was like a clean slate. He went down there and get some manure because it helps your grass grow. Dirt and everything.
That's what's nice about your parents. I guess they both are really good at gardening because I know your mama got the coldest green thumb.
They both lived on farms.
I said your dad knew how to get it done. Girl. Okay, so, all right. Well, there's still so much to catch up on. I mean, we have a lot more conversations because we got some next week's show. I think is going to have to be about these relationships because we've been... Oh, spring! It's spring fever. Spring cleaning,
springing up and spinning the block.
Girl, definitely, they are definitely doing that. So, Monika, what's up with our business of the week?
Oh, the business of the week, and Milah put me onto this. So we just indulged in some decadent key lime pies.
Yes, it was.
Okay, yep. From. The business is called Baked from the Heart, HART. Mm-hmm. And let me get the info.
I will tell you, it is located near Franklin High School for the people who know Seattle. It's right in between Rainier and Martin Luther King. So, you know, when you're starting to split off and you can go either way. It's behind or it's across from the former car wash corner store where all the stuff would happen. So, I mean, those are the directions. But it's off Hanover, I guess.
Yeah, so just a little backstory. So, Bill Hart baked his first pie in 1971, and we should all give thanks for that day. Mm-hmm. And so, you must go visit. So, he has been in Seattle for some time.
Yeah, almost 50 years, they were saying.
Almost 50 years, okay. Yeah. And... this is not to ignore the other Southern delights in this case, but like we had indulged in, there are 4 chess pie options: coconut, key lime.
Yep, we have a key lime.
And one named tropical.
Yeah.
And so you just have to go taste it. Like, and
they have banana pudding. Yeah, they have banana pudding,
and
velvet, all kind of cheese,
cake.
all kind of cheesecakes. Though they have sweet potato cheesecake. They got sweet potato cornbread.
They also have food.
They have food, and they're going back to selling barbecue come the summertime. So another option to get authentic soul food barbecue from a Black business. And like I said, this brother, he has been doing it. I first tried his pies when there was a business off of Othello in South Seattle called Carnivores, Herbivores, or Herbivores, Carnivores, and the such. And it was one, they were giving away the little minis with any like barbecue dinner. And we were like, wow, these pies are they're really tasty, really fresh. I mean, you could see them in there during the week making the pies and putting that love in there. So why not? Something else from Seattle. We got to represent for C-Town.
Yeah, and they also do wholesale too.
Yes.
So if any other businesses want to, get some of their baked goods.
Get their dessert game up, please. Please. If you got a business and no one's baking.
Let's keep it in the ecosystem.
You see it, yeah. Well, that's the best way.
And so you can find this business at bakedfromtheheart, HART.com, or on Instagram. And on Instagram it was...
Baked from the Heart, I believe 1970.
Let me just confirm. Hold on, we're in real time right now.
We love it. This is the best kind of podcast in real time.
Baked from the Heart, HART, 1970 on Instagram.
Great. And I'm excited. So you know what? Try the pies. Let us know what you think. If you know another small business that's selling baked goods that we should know about in Western Washington or any place that we're traveling, so, the South, the Midwest, whatever, let us know. We are always interested in that tea. And then also, I do want to say thank you for enjoying our segment that we put in and that we needed to mention. It is, what is it called, Monika?
It's called the Car Chronicles.
And we are really excited about it. Of course, we just gave you a little snippet, or I guess we're going to give you a little snippet now. And the important part is, if you want to hear more of these adventures in the vehicle with the aunties, you can do so at our TikTok, which is Auntie Season Podcast. So, more reason to follow us on the socials. We are on Facebook. Get those likes in, subscribe. We appreciate all that good stuff. So, Monika, is there anything that I'm forgetting to tell the people?
Nope. Love and gratitude.
Stay safe.
Peace.
But on the sun.
It's the blue sky.
We're gonna blame it on the sun. I mean, you're such a good driver. It's lovely to be chauffeured around.
That's how everybody feels when they ride with me.
Okay,
Y'all like my driving. Y'all like my voice. I
know. I'm just gonna stay quiet on that because I am in the passenger side of my best friend's ride. So I'm not gonna talk too much, but the Virgo in me is a power freak. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I would rather be driving. But actually, nah, I'm chill. You're good.
I'm more of a control freak. You already know this.
Girl, that's what makes it funny. Honey, we get along still good, even though we both got our ways. But see, at least going this way, I can see the mountain. That's the one thing I was complaining about.
Girl,
I'm like, I don't see the mountain. I don't see the mountain. Monika, where can they find us at again?
You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartMedia, Amazon, and Google Play. And our social media platforms are Instagram, Twitter, which is known as X, and also TikTok.
All right. Remember to call your aunties and your girlfriends and say hi. Hey. Bye.